Hey guys, so for today's style I'll only be using the Alikay Naturals leave-in and the TGIN Twist and Define Cream. I started off by splitting my hair into two halves and just separating a medium to large section from the back before securing the rest of my hair out of the way. Then I just lightly finger detangled my hair while it was dry, because the smoother your hair is, the better your braid out will come out. Then I just applied about 10 pumps of this leave-in conditioner to my hair to help me further finger detangle, to just remove any knots and just smooth my hair out still. I really focused this on the ends too, because you really want to get those smooth. Then I took the Twist and Define cream and I applied it to the length of my hair, also making sure to apply a little extra to my ends, and I smoothed it through my hair. Then I just split my hair into 3 sections and did a regular braid, nothing fancy. Just make sure that you don't have any stray hairs from any pieces, and then you just want to braid down the length of your hair. I try to keep my braids tight and uniform, just so that when I unbraid it, the definition will be uniform throughout the whole thing. Once I reach the end of the braid, I just give the braid a little twirl around my finger just to smooth out the ends, and then I repeat. Separate a medium to large section to work with, lightly finger detangle to smooth your section, apply your leave-in conditioner, apply your Twist and Define cream, making sure to apply a little extra to the ends, and then just do a braid, making sure that your braid stays tight and uniform throughout the entire braid. And when you get to the end, smooth the ends by giving a little twirl around your finger. If you want a side part like myself, make sure you make the part before you start braiding so you could braid in that direction. I also wanted to show you that for some of my braids I made hanging bantu knots just to give myself a curl at the end, and all I did was twirl the hair around my finger, and then I just made a regular bantu knot by making a small loop and then wrapping the excess hair around itself, and it just made this little loop. I did this only for the braids where the ends weren't completely even, just to make sure that my ends would remain smooth. And this is what my hair looked like when I was finished. I ended up with 18 braids in total, 9 on each side, which I just pulled back into a tight low bun just so I could go to sleep with. And the hair that couldn't reach the bun, I just bobby pinned towards the back to stretch it out while it dried. After this, I just simply tied my hair up with my silk scarf and I went to bed, because at this point it was almost 5 a.m. and I was exhausted. The next day I applied a small bit of my oil mixture to my hands just to smooth my strands while I was unbraiding. I also wanted to show you how I removed the bantu knots. I just slide my fingers down the length of my braid and it just pops right out, and it leaves you with this nice little curl. Now don't mind the color at the end of my hair, it's temporary and I was doing an experiment. But then you just want to unbraid your hair, which I assumed everyone knows how to do, so I just fast forwarded it so I wouldn't have to torture you by watching me unbraid my hair for 5 minutes. And ta-da! You should end up with something that looks like this. Now, day 1 hair of a braid out is always flat, and I do not like flat hair, so we're gonna go back and separate for some more volume. If you're a person that likes definition, you'll want to separate like this. You want to go back and look for where your hair naturally separates and separate at these points. To see this, you can just lengthen out your hair by pulling on it and looking for the lines where your curls naturally separate. By doing this, you will reduce the frizz and you'll give yourself a more defined look. Now, if you're a person like myself that does not care about definition, you could separate your curls however you like, which is exactly what I ended up doing. So I had a nice mix of frizz and definition, as you can see here. Now look, there's a tremendous difference between when I first unbraided and this look, which is after I separated. Now while this does give me more volume, it's not nearly as much volume that I like in my hair. So usually what I do when I have a braid out is I take my hair down the night before the day that I plan on wearing it. So this is actually at nighttime, right before I'm about to go to bed. So I take it out and separate it to about this point. Then I pull my hair up in a high ponytail to go to sleep in, and I just tie my satin scarf around that, and then I just go to bed. And the next morning I take it down and I do some additional separating, which I didn't do on camera, and it gives me this look, which you'll see here. Now this is the type of volume I'm talking about. To achieve this look, all I did was take my ponytail down in the morning, I did some additional separating, and that's how I ended up here. Nothing fancy at all. My hair still had a lot of body, a lot of movement, but most importantly, volume, which is exactly what I look for in my hairstyles. And even though I sacrificed a lot of definition for the volume, you could still see that I had a great amount of definition. So it was a win-win situation for me. I was a happy camper. Now by taking my braids out the night before I plan on wearing my braid out and doing some additional separating in the morning, that basically helps me bypass day 1 hair and go straight to day 2 hair, which is the best hair. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. If you give this style a try, make sure to leave a comment and tell me if you loved it as much as I did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!